All right, we are live. All right, it's been a while. Been a while. I know. Last time we were on, we didn't air our normal Sundays. We did like a Monday or a Tuesday or something, and then we've been busy. We've been busy watching Super Bowl. We've been busy doing other stuff. I think.
Yeah. Holiday season's a busy time. Very busy.
I don't even know if it's a single holiday that stopped us. I don't remember why we moved things around.
I don't know either.
The Super Bowl's the one thing I knew. Like you and Mai were watching that. I was like, I could do it if you guys want. It's like, no, we don't want to do it.
I'm watching the Super Bowl.
But while we were gone, we missed the unveiling of James Gunn and Peter Safran's new DC universe. So, some things that were mentioned is some projects are going to continue and they're supposed to be out of continuity and they will be clearly labeled as DC Elseworlds. For instance, the Batman sequel with Robin Pattinson, the Penguin series that will be connected to the Batman sequel, Joker Fuadol will be an Elseworld story, and Teen Titans Go was also mentioned as part of the Elseworld universe.
Just in case y'all didn't know.
Yeah, Teen Titans Go, own separate thing, will not be connected to the ongoing DC universe because apparently Teen Titans Go is still going on, and it makes a lot of money for DC for Cartoon Network.
I imagine it's a very popular show amongst the younger generation. It's not a bad show. It's not, for what I've seen of it. So, it's funny.
But as for the main universe that will be interconnected through the video games, movies, and TV shows, our first chapter into the new universe will be called Gods and Monsters. So, would you have guessed that the first project we get will be the Creature Commandos?
I didn't know who the Creature Commandos were until this announcement right here, right now. I love it. I love the fact that that's what we're getting first.
It's interesting. It's interesting. So it'll be an HBO Max animated series, and some of the actors who will be voicing in this series will also be appearing in live action when they need. The cast will include Rick Flag Sr., so the father of the Rick Flag we saw who died in Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
Nina Mazursky, who I don't remember who that is again. Dr. Phosphorus, a Batman villain. Frankenstein, the Bride of Frankenstein being the leader of the group. G.I. Robot. I thought this was just Robot, but I guess we have a G.I. Robot. And Weasel, played by James Gunn's brother.
It's going to be a stupid little animated show. I think we're all going to enjoy it.
Yeah. I think the ones we'll see appear in other projects are going to be Weasel. Rick Flag Sr. was mentioned to show up in another show, but I also see Frankenstein appearing in future stuff.
Perhaps one particular show that has to do with a monstrous hero.
Yeah. The next project will be Waller, with Viola Davis reprising the role in live action. This will also have some members of Peacemaker's team coming back for the show, and takes place between Peacemaker season 1 and 2. And I believe it was also mentioned that Rick Flag Sr. will be in Waller.
I am perfectly fine with that. Viola Davis is a great actress. If we have a whole show dedicated around her being the boss that she is as Amanda Waller, and her doing little one-off Cadmus missions, I'm all for it. It'd be kind of cool. It'd be a nice, different flavor.
Yeah,
I would like to see.
I think it'll be fun. I think it's great seeing her as Amanda Waller. Now, our first movie project will be written by James Gunn, maybe directed. We're unsure yet. He says it depends on how busy it is, but it'll be Superman Legacy. This will not be an origin. Instead, it'll be focusing on Superman balancing his Kryptonian heritage with his human upbringing, and it's set to come out July 11th, 2025.
I'm for it. I mean, we've needed a Superman movie for a long, long time, so.
Yeah. And it's also nice not really having to deal with an origin of him learning everything
Yeah, it's nice just that we're just starting from he's already kind of established, just figuring out some personal stuff. And I trust James Gunn uh as a writer and a director. So
Okay, as for the next series, will be a live action HBO Max TV series not starring, but it will be about Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart. Will be a true detective type mystery that will lead to the overall story in the universe.
which is something they said they were gonna do during the Snyderverse, right? That's how their Girding Around their show was originally alleged to be like. So
Yeah, I don't think it mentioned Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart. I think it was also mentioned to be more anthology, like we might follow Alan Scott, we might follow Kilowog, but it was definitely going to be taking place over like a whole police. It'll be like a police thing with the Green Lanterns.
I'm with it. I mean, if they do it like a Law and Order type thing, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Hal and Jordan, but you still see everyone and interact with everyone, and they all help out here and there. But it's like a Law and Order type thing. That'd be kind of cool. Law and Order type Green Lantern show. I'm with that.
All right. And then for the second movie of the series, we get The Authority.
Who are villains, right? Or are they they're heroes who turned into villains?
They're not villains. They're heroes who are okay with killing, I guess.
Yeah, I'm for it.
They're willing to take the next step because they see as like Superman and Batman, they stop the villains, they throw them in jail, but they get out and they cause more trouble. And they are okay with just stopping the villains and just taking them out.
Fair enough. Hey, I mean, I'm for it. All these unique projects I haven't heard of. I'm definitely excited for.
Actually, I think right now Superman is leading the Authority. I think there's a comic book right now called Superman the Authority.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were lesser known, or maybe they put Superman there to lead to make it more known. I don't know.
I mean, they're not a big group. Originally they were a different company, like doing the story, and it was kind of like The Boys, where it was kind of making fun of the Justice League, and at some point DC bought that company, so they now have the Authority, which includes Apollo and Midnighter, who are pretty much Apollo's like a Superman entity, Midnighter is a Batman entity, like Homelander and Black Noir.
Okay, it would be kind of cool to see.
And Apollo and Midnighter are a married gay couple.
Oh, wow. Everyone's ship's coming true, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we got Paradise Lost, an HBO Max series. It'll be Game of Thrones type story on Themyscira, home of the Amazon, filled with drama and political intrigue, and will showcase the origin of how the Amazons came to be.
They got to be careful because if they make the show too good, people are going to want more than one season. Y'all got to keep up with that. Just saying.
I think that's fine. Like they still get their DC brand. They get a whole new show for their app that they need shows for. And honestly, it happens like 5,000 years in the past. So like a lot of this stuff cannot affect the future stories.
I mean, if they do it, they need a dedicated team for it because like, obviously they're not going to be able to supervise it that well while you have to check over the rest of the DCU. But I'm for it. I'm all for it.
Honestly, I'm okay with that because like that's how comics work. Like they're somewhat interconnected every now and then, but a lot of them are their own stories. And like this one is one of those things that could definitely be its own story.
I'm for it. Hey, I'm super for it.
The next movie into the series, The Brave and the Bold. Movie about Batman and Robin. This time, Damian Wayne's Robin. And it's supposed to feature other members of the extended Bat family.
Which is nice. I think they just didn't want to do the whole let's go into Dick, let's go into Jason, let's go into Tom. Tim.
Yeah, because like honestly, doing that would take forever.
They just want to introduce Nightwing. They want to have the Red Hood storyline already done. They just want to get all that out the way, which I can respect.
Yeah, if we want to, we can tell origin stories later. But like, let's have the thing that people love. They love the Bat family. To bring everyone in. We don't have to wait like years to get a Robin, train a Robin, and everything.
You know,
Let's just jump right into it.
yeah, let's get right to it. I'm all for it.
Next up, Booster Gold HBO Max series.
I'm excited for this.
I'm excited. I love Booster Gold.
It's about time Booster Gold came out live action since what, Smallville?
He just showed up in live action Legends of Tomorrow before it got canceled.
Oh, really? I wasn't watching those recent seasons. But I'm all for it.
I think he showed up like in like the last 2 episodes of Legends of Tomorrow, and he was supposed to be part of the team for the next season, but then it was canceled.
It's like super underutilized. So
people were so excited because it was Donald Faison. It was Donald Faison because like we saw him as
in Legends, right?
Yeah, Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's why I was a little confused.
All right, we also got Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, a live-action movie based on Tom King's comic.
This is probably the movie I'm most excited for.
I'm excited for this one. This one's gonna be fantastic if it follows the comic.
Yeah, I haven't read the comic myself. I'm just a fan of Supergirl.
I have the comic. I have the trade. It's really great.
Yeah, excellent. I'm tempted to if I should wait for the movie or just read the book. I could probably get away with reading the book.
You can probably read the book because this movie's not coming out for like 3 years.
Yeah.
And the last movie for Chapter 1 is Swamp Thing. And I think James Mangold is in talks to direct it right now. This is the one where I think Frankenstein might show up in.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. At least it would make sense. But hey, I heard the Swamp Thing show was good. I never watched it because it got canceled. So I was like, why bother?
It kind of makes me wonder, what is the first chapter like leading to? Because it says Green Lanterns will be the one that creates the lead to the overall story of the universe. So what something gets discovered in Green Lantern that affects everything else up to Swamp Thing?
It'd probably be Brainiac. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. Maybe Mongol. Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I don't see how Swamp Thing has to do with any of that.
Yeah, Mongol is going to attack the Earth. Protect the green,
But that's the DC universe. Till then, we still have some other stuff. We're still getting The Flash, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, Aquaman, and we even got the first trailer for the Flash movie during the Super Bowl.
Which actually looks really freaking good.
It does look good. I mean, it does look good.
I was so mad. I was like, why does it have to look so good?
I still don't like how we have not one, but 2 Ezra Millers.
I was making a joke with my friend. I was like, it'd be hilarious if, like, at the end of the movie, while the universe is changing, Ezra's face just starts to morph into a completely different actor, and that becomes our new namesay Flash.
Hopefully they're like, oh, this is so well. Let's do another one with Ezra Miller.
So, hey, I guess I'm watching this movie.
I'm not sold on watching this movie. I feel icky if I watch this movie right now still.
I've watched worse movies.
People are saying Ezra Miller is getting help. They're going to rehab. But I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if that's enough. If I recall, he only paid like $100 fine for everything he did.
All right, I'll watch the movie for you. Actually, it's okay.
Okay.
Because by all means, it could still be poop, and at least one person wasted that money.
I will watch Shazam: Fury of the Gods next month. But moving on, we have a first look at Batwoman's. I did not spell this right. I know that because there's definitely V's in this. I don't know if I knew how to say her name in the first place.
Oh.
Batwoman's Javicia Leslie?
Let me see her name. Sorry.
Javicia?
I don't know. Javicia Leslie. That's what I'm going with.
She got to show off her Red Death costume that she'll be sporting for the final season of The Flash.
The costume looks good too. It looks really good. Yeah. I mean, I guess it makes sense that she was going to be Red Death. So, I'm not upset about it. But, maybe she will do a great job as the Red Death in the Flash season. Because it probably wasn't her acting.
We lost you, Jeff.
Oh, my camera! What happened? It's weird. Huh. I don't know why that happened. With better writing, hopefully the Flash final season's written well. I don't know.
Yeah, like it's your last chance to do something. Try and salvage things. It's been like a tough few years, guys.
Yeah. So,
all right,
her under better writing would be pretty good.
J.J. Abrams' series for the Justice League Dark has officially been scrapped.
Not surprising.
Not surprising. He has like 5 projects for DC, and I don't think we've heard anything about any of them in a while.
Yeah, not surprising.
Because J.J. Abrams is also doing the Black Superman with Michael B. Jordan, right?
I thought that was Teal. His name is slipping my mind.
I feel like he gets connected to so many projects, and we never hear anything.
Yeah, so we could just leave that as that. Not surprising it got scrapped. Wouldn't be surprised if more things continue to get scrapped by him.
One thing I am kind of pissed that got scrapped, though, Warner Bros. Discovery has now decided to keep Discovery Plus as a standalone streaming service instead of merging it with HBO Max to become Max Plus or whatever it was supposed to become.
Just be Max. I'll get the Max out. But here's my question. Them not merging makes me extremely upset on the fact that they've removed multiple of their own original shows from the platform, because now it seems like there's no reason to have done that. Why was Raised by Wolves removed from HBO Max? Like why was that taken?
I mean, even if they were merging, it doesn't make sense for things to be taken down. It's just a whole mess on their end, and I feel like they really need the content. Like they have some good stuff, but like they also just need some filler stuff. Like, you know how often I just tune into Netflix for no particular reason, and I just like pick something completely random just because I want to have something on in the background that looks entertaining but does not require my full undivided attention.
Exactly. They should have just did that. It's okay to have some filler shows. Not every show needs to be a banger. Some of them might be sleeper bangers. You don't even know. But it's not good form to remove. Like, removing like other content, yeah, whatever. But like removing your own original show is not good form, I don't think.
The thing with that being said, I think we also got a report that Netflix is removing Arrested Development, including the final 2 seasons that they made and not the one Fox made. But that might make sense because like if they don't have the first 3 seasons, why would anyone watch the last 2 seasons?
And that kind of makes sense, but like that sucks because I like Arrested Development.
All right, moving on. Over on Disney's side of things, Star Wars Visions Season 2 premieres on May 4th on Disney Plus. Was that your cat?
You heard that, right?
Yeah.
I was wondering, but I don't think she's in here. She might be. I don't know. She's been sneaking into my room recently. I guess I can watch it. I like the first one. I don't think I finished the first season, but I like anime style Star Wars. It's cool. You do a lot with it. So I guess I'll watch it. I don't know. There's not much Disney Plus has going on for me right now. Oh no, I did watch the National Treasure movies, which was nice.
Did you watch the TV series?
No. Why would I do that?
I mean, you just watched the movies. Why not watch the series that's connected to it that Disney Plus just dropped like a few weeks ago?
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'll watch National Treasure 3 with Nicolas Cage.
Will you listen to Scott Lang's autobiography, which is now a real book you can buy and listen to?
No.
All right, I mean that's it for me. That's I'm not that big of a Marvel fan to be interested in becoming this. But Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania has now become the second MCU film to get a rotten rating. What was the first one? Was it Eternals?
Yeah,
Widow?
Eternals.
Okay.
I don't think it's. Well, it's hard to say it shouldn't get a rotten. I don't think it should be rated as low as it should be. Anyone who tells you that the movie should be rated highly, though, is lying to you.
Well, it seems very decisive because Mai says she gives it a solid 8.5 ants out of 10.
I give it.
But you didn't seem very sold on this.
I'll give it a solid 6.5.
I did not even know this movie came out, so I have no ratings. Yeah. Even if I did know it came out, I was at Katsucon all this weekend. I would not have watched this before Sunday.
And don't let my 6.5 fool you. I have a lot of good things to say about the movie, but I don't see it being more than anything but just it's a movie. It's an okay movie. It's not particularly good. It's not exceptionally great. It's not bad. It's just in that weird limbo where it's it's a movie, which is fine, But there are a lot of things I did like about the movie, and I guess whenever you watch it, actually, we'll talk about that.
Okay. Moving on. Mila Kunis has a meeting with Marvel's Fantastic Four director Matt Shakman, which has sparked speculation that she could be eyed for the role of MCU's Sue Storm.
That'd be cool. I like Mila Kunis.
Yeah, she's cool. I don't really care about Sue Storm that much, so.
I don't know.
All right.
I just want Fantastic Four to be done well.
Hit Monkey has been renewed for season 2 on Hulu, but it's also been said it will no longer be branded as Marvel, which has me wondering, what does that mean? Are we still going to see some Marvel references, or anything?
I guess just remove the Marvel tags on it, I guess.
But that's just it, right? It just won't say Marvel Hit Monkey, but we'll still get moments where we get Kingpin's suit.
I hope so. It'd be. I don't know. Hit Monkey is a great show. I don't know why you wouldn't want it to have the Marvel tag. So. I guess it's too explicit. But isn't Deadpool 3 going to be rated R?
I think it most has to do with it not being on Disney Plus, maybe.
Probably.
So Avatar: The Way in the Water is now the third highest grossing film of all time, surpassing the Titanic.
I still haven't watched it.
Haven't watched Titanic either, though. So
I haven't watched Titanic either. So. And we will get
Zach Galifianakis will star as Pleakley in Disney's Plus live action Lilo and Stitch.
This has become just the new business method, isn't it? Anything that's animated will be made into live action, and anything that's live action will be remade into animated.
I hate it. I hate it so much. Maybe Zach Galifianakis will do fine as Pleakley, but why do we keep making things live action? I'm fine with how they were.
Zach Galifianakis will probably do an amazing job. But yeah, again, It's like it's not even like watching it in live action. Here's the thing: they have two routes they could go and make it live. If they go to live action and change a lot of things, it could be either good or it could be really trash. If they go to live action and give us the same movie again, we'll just complain that you just gave us the same movie again. I don't see. I guess it's the business idea. It's like, oh, you don't have to really think. You can just regurgitate something that you know people are going to end up watching and make quick money. So,
And it's also like they're not expecting to make a quick money on it because it's going Disney Plus, so they're not even gonna go to theaters. It's just gonna be on Disney Plus.
it's just filler. It's quick money in the sense that it's filler for the
I wonder if this will change if The Little Mermaid does fantastic. Will it was like, okay, we'll give Lilo and Stitch the theater run instead of Disney Plus.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Yeah, if
Hello?
Little Mermaid goes pretty well, they'll probably have more confidence to just push that to front screen.
I haven't heard good things about the other live action movies, really.
I heard Aladdin was okay. Lion King was okay. I heard Mulan wasn't great. But Mulan was also the one they did very differently by it not being.
It was like the
musical.
first movie they did, like where you have to pay on Disney Plus like $30, right?
That was rough, being
Yeah,
the
that's-
first movie for that.
It was the first movie for that, and then they did something similar for Black Widow, I think.
It's also not not a musical. It was different. It was more of a serious tone, Mulan. So, which is, I mean, I don't know. That could be good. People might just be hating because they wanted it a specific way. But I don't know. I haven't seen the movie, so I'll probably watch it eventually.
Okay. Well, will you watch Barney, who is making their return with a new animated series in 2024?
No one can come up with new ideas. No one can come up with anything new.
I
guess
to be fair,
at this
I didn't
point
know
it's
Barney wasn't running. I kind of just assumed it was one of those shows like Sesame Street and everything that just continues. Like, did you know what's did you ever watch that show on PBS about math?
Maybe. What was it called?
I don't remember. It was Cyber something, right?
The cyber thing. I did watch that cyber thing. It was a great show.
It's still going on.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I something got. I think someone. I forget who it was, but I saw someone. I recognize said they're joining the team for cyber whatever it's called, and they were talking about how they used to watch it when they were a child learning math. Forget who it is, but they're replacing the old voice actor for the bird.
Dog, that show is like a fever dream to me. I can't recall. You're talking about. I know there's a cyber show that I watched, and I think it's the same one.
Cyber math show on PBS. Cyber Chase.
Yes.
Yeah. Digit the Bird is getting like a new voice actor. That's it.
Jesus, I can't believe this show's still going on. I wonder if people like it. Then again, I haven't watched PBS in like years.
I think Arthur just had like a final season like last year or 2 years ago.
Yeah, Arthur did. IMDb, he's a 6.9 out of 10. That's solid. 4.7 out of 5. Wow.
So I mean, I always think Barney was like that, where they probably just still keep doing things so kids can still learn new lessons.
Oh yeah, they had to recast Digit. Digit was old. Christopher Lloyd is old. Jesus. Okay. 14 seasons. Wow.
Oh yeah, the old Gilbert was Gilbert Gottfried, who died, right? That's it. Gilbert Gottfried did also voices like Iago from Aladdin, I think.
Oh wow. Gilbert. Huh. Oh well. That was a nice blast to the past.
But yeah, moving on. Final season Umbrella Academy has begun filming.
I have not watched any Umbrella Academy since I want to say the first season and the first episode of the second season.
Okay,
So I don't know how to take that.
it's fine with me. I didn't really care for the last. I don't think I care for the last 2 seasons that much. Like, how many seasons are there? I think there are 4, and I didn't care about the third and fourth one.
It's fair.
So Netflix password plans have been leaked, but you said they rolled that back.
Yeah, I think they went back on that.
It was something.
That was going to be a mess. And as my friend, I don't know if I talked to you about it or I talked to someone else about it, but the main thing is like once you make streaming way more like limiting than what it actually is, there's no point in people having it. Like in this way, it was becoming cable, which was what streaming was supposed to be. So
It's like if it wasn't for the sharing, I don't think I would be using Netflix. Right now, I am the account holder. I pay for it, but that's mostly because I know even if I'm not using it, others are using it.
right.
Like, if I had to, I would cut that because really, the things I prefer watching are Crunchyroll, and then every now and then something on HBO Max, depending on what they have going on.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I need Disney Plus. I don't need Netflix. I don't need Hulu.
Yeah, Netflix grabs me every once in a while when they have something nice out. But Hulu and HBO Max are the ones I probably use the most. Disney Plus, I unless we're watching something on it actively, I'm not using.
Yeah, I'm not using it right now because there's no Marvel show I'm watching right now.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no Marvel shows. I've just been going to the feed.
Moving on, we're getting a graphic novel about Azula getting a chance of redemption in the Spirit Temple coming September 26, 2023.
I'm for it.
Yeah, for it. All right, and we also find out Detective Pikachu is still in active development according to Legendary Entertainment.
I'm excited for that. I love the first Detective Pikachu. So
It was good. It was good. We also hear that not both, but Xbox, Nintendo, and Sony, all 3 of them are not planning to partake in E3 this year.
yeah, so the hilarious thing on how this could happen with the pandemic happening and them having to create their own exposés essentially, or expos, and E3 now has to suffer because now, okay, they have their own expos. They have no need to be on E3 because everyone's going to tune in to Nintendo Direct or Xbox, whatever.
Or the PlayStation showcase that they did.
Yeah, like they don't have a need for E3 anymore, you know. So how E3 is going to bounce back from this, I mean, or if it affects them at all, I don't know. But it will be less like console oriented, that's for sure.
And our last bit of news, I feel kind of bad this is the last bit. I put this at the end. I probably should have not done that. But Bruce Willis has been diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia.
That is very sad. Bruce Willis is a phenomenal actor. I can't speak to his character. I don't know his deeds as a person. I'm sure he's a good person though.
Dementia is never a great thing.
I wouldn't
for
wish it
a
on
family to
anyone.
deal with.
Exactly. I wouldn't wish to mention on anyone, in all honesty.
Well, moving on, we have The Last of Us. We have 3 episodes of The Last of Us. All right, we ready to talk about these 3 episodes?
Yeah.
All right, The Last of Us, going The Last of Hef. So last time we took a break, they went on an adventure, and when we came back, we're coming back. We got this we're starting off with like a filler episode almost, where we're seeing like the history of 2 new people. We have Ron Swanson. I don't know what the character's name was again. Like Joel, something like that. I don't know. I think Joel
is Pedro Pascal's
Pedro.
character. It's like Bill and Frank.
Okay. But we're pretty much starting off when the outbreak first happens. We have this survivalist played by I guess not played by Ron Swanson, whoever the actor is. I'm not great with names.
Offerman?
Nick Offerman, that's it, right? Nick?
I don't know if it's Nick. I just remember the last name's Offerman.
Offerman. All right, played by Offerman. And he doesn't trust the government. He has like a stash of guns. He has like a safe house hidden underneath like a nightstand of some kind. And yeah, as people are evacuated, he kind of hides out in a safe house. Eventually, he gets out. He puts a fence around this neighborhood. He builds traps, and he's just surviving all on his own. Till one day, this other dude, I don't even know the actor's name. I don't know this actor from anything.
Just the character Frank.
Okay, this one's Frank. I was like, I don't know which one's Frank. Don't know which one's Bill.
I think that one's Frank.
Frank ends up falling in a hole, and Offerman comes out, helps him out, tells him to scram, go somewhere else. Frank like, no, please. We can survive together. And they get together, they fall in love, and then like 20 years pass by.
Frank is sick. Ash get poisoned
and dying. And they go out Romeo and Juliet style with some poison.
Yep.
And that's pretty much the whole episode. The whole episode is pretty much just set up for us to get to know these two, their love through the years, and we're gonna kill them off at the very end. And Joel and Ellie show up, take some guns, take some fuel and a car, and go on. It's a complete filler episode, just made us to kind of see how hard life is in these new times, how different everything is.
Yep.
Anything you have to say about this episode?
Very well written love story. Not for me particularly, because I feel like I've said it before. I don't really care for romance stories, so I was just like, okay, this is happening, but it's very well written. I can admit that it's very well written, very lovey-dovey. To see why people love the episode.
I kind of don't like having fillers about people we don't really need. They live and die in one episode.
I'm sure
it'd be different if it was like a filler about characters we get to see all the time and just build on them, like the stories of Ba Sing Se in Avatar, where we get to see every character's like day. It's like, okay, yes, these are characters I've grown to know all season, and I will continue to know all season. I would love to know more about them. These, you introduce them and you kill them. I kind of feel like I didn't need them.
Yeah, like I said, for me, my main gripe, I understand the whole filler thing too. It's like whatever, but for me, my own gripe is I don't care for romance. That's why I don't watch romance anything. So it was just like an episode for me.
I usually just don't like filler. This is also one of the reasons I dropped One Piece.
One Piece has doesn't have that much filler in it.
I feel like it has a good amount of filler.
No, I don't think so. I think it has significantly less filler from the other big three, at least. Watch One Piece.
I don't know, because I feel like whenever we left Dressrosa, we had like almost a year time of something else going on inside. And same when we finally left Big Mom's Island, we had like a year of something else.
I don't
It
think
just
it
so
was
happens
filler though.
we have like 5 years of Wano.
I don't think it was filler though.
No, because one of those things was just like almost just filler for like the movie Gold. I remember.
I mean, I don't know.
And same, we also got like a bunch of episodes to fill in to leading up to One Piece film Z. I remember that.
I don't know. I know there was the Zone arc. I don't know. I don't know. It's been a long time. My mind can't remember all that information.
And then I also just hate how we get rehashed everything so often.
Well, it's a long story.
Tell your story.
It's a long story.
Like half the episodes is rehashing what happened in the last episode.
Oh, that's just toy. I think they fixed that problem. They're like trying to that was them trying to slow down the anime because they were catching up to the manga or something, right? Well, I think they fixed that problem, especially during the pandemic, because they couldn't really put out anything.
Well, moving on. After the whole stopping by the place where Bill and Frank live, we're on our way to Kansas City. Right? Kansas City, that's where we went.
Yes.
So we show up at Kansas City. We have this dude saying he needs help. Come help him. But it was a trap. You can't help people in the apocalypse, I guess.
Some people are good, some people are bad. What can I tell you?
But yeah, they kill him, and then now they're being hunted down by the group of people living in Kansas City, and we get introduced to 2 more characters. Do you remember their names?
Are you talking about Henry and Sam?
Yes.
We get introduced to them at the end of episode 4 and the beginning of episode 5.
Yeah. Well, I'll just move on because I don't think that anything big significance happened in episode 4, right?
Yeah, no, they just show that the leader of the resistance, Kathleen, is there. I think, did they liberate Kansas City that episode? They show us liberating Kansas City, I'm pretty sure. But
I thought we saw them liberating like in the first minutes of the next episode.
Maybe, I don't know. It's been a while.
I think the next episode like opened up with them liberating and then her interrogating the spies or something.
These 2 particular, 4 and 5, were not very interesting to me until like the very end.
Yeah.
So it's kind of all like a blur to me. I would say, yeah. So they meet up with Sam and them. They're trying to escape. They escape through the tunnels. Kathleen is on their tail. A sniper halts them because I don't think like literally anything happens in episode 5 until the sniper shows up.
It's a lot of just dialogue. Like people are bringing up the fact, hey, there's some things going on in the city. Like the ground's caving in some parts. Just like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're gonna deal with these people first. Are you sure? Are you sure, Kathy? You don't want to deal with like your city sinking?
And the story is revenge will lead to your downfall, and that's exactly what happens. She was so focused on revenge, she let the mushroom people just linger in there too long, and a fucking house blew up, which caused a sinkhole, which caused the mushroom people to escape
from the underground where they were trapped.
And everyone got killed, including Kathleen, because at her last moment she still tried to get revenge and
She was
got
so
attacked.
hesitant on killing the little black boy that she did not care about a bunch of monsters behind her.
And then she got destroyed. Uh, they skip over to them escaping. There's talks about them going together to Wyoming. And then we find out Sam is infected. Ellie thinks that her blood can heal. So she rubs it on him and promises to stay awake with him. She ends up falling asleep, and Sam does turn, but he's deaf, so
Yeah, he's
like
deaf, so
he
like when
can't
he sensed he
really.
was turning, he looked in the other direction, so he couldn't. His zombie self wouldn't be able to hear her.
There was nothing around, so she wakes up. She touches him. He attacks her, and Henry won't let uh,
Joel,
Joel be the one to kill him, so he kills him, and then promptly kills himself.
yeah, he
Which
had a panic attack of killing his younger brother, and he turns the gun on himself.
episode 5 was very good. It really built the relationship very well with Sam and Henry. I enjoyed that aspect. It made me sad seeing them both die. Uh, you know, other than that, I didn't care for the last 2 episodes. Um,
That child zombie was terrifying.
that was creepy. Yeah. Kudos to that child, like just like bending like that through the car window. Like, wow. By the way, that's creepy as fuck. And kudos to you going all in on the creepy factor for that scene. Um, but yeah, I didn't care. I didn't think. Me and my friend were talking about it, and it's kind of a tough call to make. I think what this episode suffers from is the fact that we didn't, or at least let's not say this episode. The fact the villain Kathleen to me wasn't very interesting.
The whole time I was wondering why is she in charge? She doesn't seem like the most focused person.
Exactly, and it made problems with her character because we're led to believe that she's smart because everyone's saying, "Oh, he's not the one who changed things. You are." Da da da. And
Yeah,
she
because like people were
releases.
saying that even though her husband was supposed to be the leader, um, he she was the more decisive one, pushing him to do certain things.
But in our
But I
first
feel like we
instances
didn't
here,
see that here.
exactly, there was nothing that really pushed her to be like the leader type. All we saw was her make the bad decision of ignoring the creatures on the ground in pursuit of revenge. Uh,
Maybe before she made the right decision, and it's just her stubbornness. Because here she was just so stubborn on catching Henry and Sam, instead of dealing with all the other problems that everyone is bringing up to her. Like, hey, this thing is happening in this sector. You think we should send people to over there? It's like, no, we're looking for Henry and Sam. That's what we're gonna deal with. We don't have to worry about anything going under the ground.
Yeah, so it's just like it didn't work. It just didn't work that well, in my opinion. It didn't feel like she didn't come off as like a villain I need to be concerned about. But I mean, I guess it's a 2 episode thing. They can only put so much focus on it. And they couldn't break away with another episode of filler after episode 3 being pretty much an episode of filler. So it's like the risk you take. Uh, but I don't know. I feel like the episode kind of suffered a bit from it, just because she was a big point in the episode, and like none of us cared. I don't even know what the brother looked like. I didn't see him die, so I don't feel for her at all. I didn't see her make any smart decisions, so I don't see her as a smart leader. Uh, it's stuff like that. I don't know. That was me personally. Shit, it just didn't come off threatening to me. But I would also argue that probably wasn't even the point. The point was to showcase Sam and Henry, which they did a good job at. So I'm not too upset. But like I said, for me, the episodes were kind of lackluster because like I was just like, oh, we could probably cut Kathleen out and just show me Sam and Henry, and then like Henry gets bit or Sam gets bit because Henry's fucked up or something like that, and I would have been fine. But I don't know. I don't know if this how what happens in the game, if it's different from the game or not. I don't know. So, to each his own. Like I said, I don't think any of the episodes are bad, but I just didn't really care for these last 3 episodes.
I mean, I enjoy the episodes, but it's just like I enjoy them as their own little thing. But they're just, I don't know how they're really affecting the whole story.
Yeah,
like they're just like stuff to be added to the story so far.
Yeah, it's none of it really felt like things I had to die on. And again, like I said, that's not any marks against the show. I still think it's very well written. They do a good job. It's very phenomenal. Like I said, the camera work is great. The suspense when the suspenseful moments is good. It's just these past few episodes aren't really things that catch my particular interest, So I just started to get bored. But I enjoyed the ending of episode 5 because it was a very intense moment. It did make me sad. I did like growing with Sam and Henry throughout the thing. I just didn't really care much for like the Kathleen and the. I didn't care for the Resistance in general because they all seemed just kind of lackluster. I sit there. I was just like, how did any of you guys overtake Fedra?
Yeah, I was like, what happened here? Was it just like sheer number of things? You guys lost a lot of people.
It had to be because like there definitely was no display of tactics. There was no display of like even like the ruthless scenes. I was just like, okay, whatever. But I don't know. But that's me. Still enjoyed it, just not as much as like the first 2 episodes.
Okay. Well, I guess that's it for The Last of Us. Did you watch the Harley Quinn Valentine special?
No, I forgot about it.
Okay, and I did not know Ant-Man came out, so I guess that's everything we have to talk about. We'll get another episode of The Last of Us tonight in like what, 3 hours, 4 hours? When is it coming out?
9:00, so 4 hours.
Okay.
Let's see. Like I said, I'll probably still enjoy it. I do enjoy the show. But it's just not. These past few episodes just haven't been like the real catchers for me.
All right, we'll be back next week talking more Last of Us. I will try and watch Ant-Man and the Wasp and Quantumania by then. So Jeff, if you can just remember everything you watched, we'll talk about it then next week.
Oh, I mean, I could do a whole think piece off rip right now if I wanted to, but like, I gotta go. I will say that the movie is great when you have alcohol on you because that's what I had. So
all right. So we'll go to the bar first and then watch it. Tomorrow's a holiday. I could watch it tomorrow, maybe.
Tomorrow's a holiday?
Yeah, it's President's Day tomorrow.
Ooh, wee. But I bet. Yeah.
I don't know if you have off, but I am free all day tomorrow.
No, I never have off. There's no such thing as a work holiday for security.
Security at a hospital too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, hospitals 24/7. Can't even get Christmas off.
Yep. But, all right. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Adios.
Adios.